Hello, welcome to Rising Star. My name is Ruth, and it's time for our daily message. Today we have mortification. Do you remember a few days ago with the worms in the middle? I think it was coagulation. The worms, this looks similar to me. Black and white. Alright, that is number 68. Spirit, why do we have mortification today? This is very similar to the death card in tarot. Going the wrong way. And yeah, sorry about my cats today. It's a long story. Mortifactio is the great alchemical operation of darkness. What was once composed now decomposes. What was once presentable is now despicable. This stage cannot be avoided. The underworld has taken us into the dark interior of its belly, and here we reside until spring. Through the natural process of decay, we descend into depths we didn't know existed. My cat sounds like that's where he's going. The regeneration and sacred power where the soil is fertile and rich, offering nourishment for tomorrow. This stage cannot be rushed. The darkness must have time to do its work, to dismantle and to loosen, to free us from old scripts and stories. As we learn to surrender to this great operation, the earth churns and wisdom whispers in the dark. She envelops us with grace and the promise of what's to come. So I'm definitely getting some High Priestess vibes off of that too. What was I going to say? This reminds me, or what this was making me think of. God, that's how I can never speak. You know how, like, you'll look back, like, a couple years before in your life and you'll be like, man, I was so cringy, or I was so stupid, or whatever. That's what it feels like to me with the, what did she say? Now I have to, I don't know why I closed it. 68, I'll get there. What was once presentable is now despicable. Like who you were even like 10 years ago, you're like a completely different person, right? And you look back at it like it's despicable maybe, but it was part of the process, part of the journey. Like everything is something that we have to go through to get to where we are. Alright, also this is very Plutonian energy with mortification, transformation, death, and regeneration. Show us, Spirit, what we need to know about mortification. I have two male cats, and one of them's trying to assert dominance. And so he's like constantly following the other one around the house and meowing at him. About to lose it. The sun. Okay, so it's like we're coming back from the depths of hell. Man, if I could speak today, that'd be great. It's like we're. This feels like spring coming back, right? Like we are returning from the darkness into the light. Something's being illuminated. We're being cleansed by that sunlight. The Emperor. Alright, the Sun and the Emperor, very fiery. Re-energized to take on something new here. The Queen of Cups. She looks like she's rising up from the depths there. We have Leo, Aries, Cancer. The Hierophant. Is it going to be one of those major arcana kinds of days? Okay, so the Hierophant is in the hidden position. Interesting. This feels like higher knowledge. A higher, like a spiritual upgrade. I wonder what an otter is. I'm actually going to get my book because I'm looking at these. Are they otters or are they seals? Maybe they're seals. I'm going to look it up in my animal spirit book. So I'm going to pause the video. Alright, so I'm pretty sure it's a seal. And this says, for Seal, elements, earth, water, primary colors, brown, gray, that might resonate in some way. Seal symbolizes creativity, inspiration, sensitivity, and protection. Seal means you often feel drawn to bodies of water, can undergo a complete transformation in your appearance if you so desire, and are creative in finding ways around situations. When Seal appears, it means that while you're agreeable and friendly most of the time, if pushed, your words can have a bite. Because of your inner sensitivity, you may often regret any negative things you say. That's what I'm talking about, and often take steps to make things right with the other person. Your personality is warm, caring, and you're an inspiration to others. You have a protective streak for those you feel close to, for children, for animals, and for those you feel are being wronged in some way. That's oddly similar to several of the daily messages we've had this week about protecting the underdog, and then the two after that, or standing up for the underdog. If Seal appears, it means to immerse yourself in creative talents. Can you compose a song, write a book, or even create beautiful pieces of jewelry? You may even choose to pursue a career using your artistic talents. Seal will appear when you've forgotten to be appreciative and joyful. It will show you how to find and express happiness inside of yourself. All right, so the part about regretting negative things you say, or choices you've made in the past, that's exactly what I was getting about, like, your past cringy self. It could even be like, maybe you're wanting to do something artistic, and then you went back through your portfolio and you were like, ew, I drew that and I thought it was good. If I do something now, then in 10 years I'm not going to like that, or something along those lines. The Queen of Cups is very creative. King of Cups, all right, so the Queen and King of Cups. There's a lot of masculine energy here. That's weird too, because I was talking about my cat trying to alpha the other cat. The Hangman. Man, that's a lot of major. The Sun, the Emperor, the Hierophant, and the Hangman, the King and Queen of Cups, and the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Three of Swords. I feel like you're wanting to do something, but you think it's going to be a failure, or you're expecting it to be a failure, like you've lost hope or faith or something like that. But it seems to have something to do with the masculine energy, which I can't exactly remember yesterday's reading, but it also had something to do with the masculine energy overpowering the feminine energy. So what it could be is that with mortification, there's some shadow work that needs to be done here to heal the divine masculine and give the divine feminine room to grow. I'm surprised the High Priestess didn't come out here. All right. Your masculine energy could be somehow tied to some sort of belief system about how it's supposed to be. There could be some supposed to be belief that you have that needs to be let go of, that needs to be purged or cleansed here with mortification, regenerated. All right, the Sun and the Emperor. You may be in the process of facing your divine masculine energy. What else was I going to say? I just had something else about that. Just going too fast. Oh, the ego. There could be an ego thing here that's blocking you. And like with the Hangman, there's something that you're missing. There's information that you're missing here. But it's kind of like you're choosing not to see it, or you're choosing to block it out. And there needs to be an ego sacrifice in order to move forward. A recognition of something. I feel like I said something like that in yesterday's reading. All right, the Sun and the Emperor. the devil. Here's the devil holding you back, keeping you trapped. Page of Wands. This could have something to do with Mars and Capricorn. It could be aspecting something in your chart. Three of Wands. All right, so you're trying to move forward, and what's blocking your path is this masculine energy that needs to be softened. Okay. Like the King of Cups is masculine, but he's also emotional, and he's in touch with his emotions, and he's secure in his emotional place. It could be like, maybe I'm talking to a masculine. It doesn't have to be. I could be talking to the masculine aspect of you, whoever you are. But like you were always told to not be sensitive, or maybe what you're wanting to create, you were always told, no, that's only for girls, or something like that. And so there's this belief system here that it needs to go in order to move forward. It can't come with you on this journey. It doesn't belong. It doesn't fit anymore. It's cringe. All right. The Queen of Cups. The Hierophant again. It could be a water sign who told you things like this. Like an unhealed water sign. All right, so the Hierophant, Three of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Two of Wands. You may be realizing this already. You may be feeling like part of your life was lost due to some belief system that you had, that you were like screwed out of your destiny or something. Because somebody kept telling you no, or that's not for you, or it's not right, or something like that. And you're starting to recognize this. You may have some really old thoughts and feelings and stuff coming up. You might be having like childhood memories. Trying to think. I had a childhood memory the other day. I can't remember what it is now, but it's weird how like you'll completely block something out and then it shows up. It was like triggered by a smell or something. I don't know if any of that's going to resonate with you, but it might. All right, the Hierophant, the Magician. Somebody told you you can't, but you can. Spirit's telling you you can do whatever you want. You can create whatever you want. Like this is your canvas. This life is your canvas, and you can paint it however you like it. We create our own reality here. We create our own experience. Four of Pentacles. This may be it's whatever this thing is, you've hidden it away from people. You've held it secret to yourself. You haven't wanted others to know. It could be anything. It's going to be different for everybody. But it's definitely something that you're passionate about, that you were told that you can't do, or you can't have, or it's not right, or something like that. Page of Cups. This is a gift. Whatever this thing is for you, this is your gift. And it's yours to, I want to say manipulate, but that's not the word. I don't know what the word is. It's yours to do something with it, to create with. There's a word, I can't think of it. All right, King of Cups. I feel like you're starting to get more in touch with your emotions, whereas in the past you weren't. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you are starting to figure this out, and you are aligning your feminine and masculine energies. It may be that you've just been working on aligning your feminine and masculine energies, and then something's come back up for you where you're like, hey, I really liked that thing that I was told that I couldn't do, and my life took a completely different direction here because somebody told me I couldn't do something, but now I can do whatever the hell I want, so I'm going to go do this, you know? It could be something like that. All right, the Lovers. Or maybe there was something you were doing and somebody told you that it just wasn't good enough. Like maybe you like to paint and somebody was like, yeah, you're not good enough to be an artist. You don't have that kind of talent. And somebody broke your spirit. Four of Cups. Lots of water and fire here. All right. The Ten of Cups. This is something that you've always wanted to do, that you really love. It was probably a childhood dream, and your spirit was broken here somehow. Somebody held you back or told you no or kicked you down or made you feel some kind of way about this, like you weren't good enough. And so you dropped this dream, but it's still there. It's still inside of you. It's still something you can do. It's still something you want to do. And Spirit's wanting you to follow this. Ace of Wands, take action on your heart's desires. This is something your heart truly wants, your soul truly wants. All right, the Hangman. It could be writing with the Page of Swords. It could be some form of communication. Two of Cups. The World. It could be that there was a relation. It could be someone you were in a marriage or romantic relationship with who held you back or told you no or controlled you in some way. And this relationship has ended. It doesn't even have to be romantic, though. It could be any sort of a relationship. Could have been with a family member. Could have been a parent. Could have even been like a religious leader or an authority figure that everybody in your environment looked up to. But this is, whatever this relationship is over now. This has ended, and this is what's opening your eyes. You may have even left like a religion or a spiritual belief of some sort, left something like that behind. Ace of Pentacles. And it's opening up this new opportunity for you here. The Chariot. Like a good example of this that I can give you from my own life is, you're moving forward on your destined path now. What you're feeling guided to, Temperance. You're going to create all this harmony and balance. So I was raised in an extremely strict religious environment, and I wasn't allowed to do tarot or do yoga or anything really. Basically everything was off the table unless if it was like the Bible was taken extremely literally, and pretty much everything good in life is excluded according to the Bible's literalness, right? But like I couldn't even ask questions. Like I always believed in reincarnation, but I couldn't ask questions about it or I get shut down. But that's like an example of my own life that I'm thinking of. I did have to leave that religion behind. It was like a complete world. like I completed an entire life and then I had to start an entire new life. If that makes sense. Like it's one of those groups where you get shunned if you leave. So I literally created a whole new life for myself. And now I do tarot and I love tarot and the devil's not in my head, right? So it's like, that's what this is making me think of, but it's going to be different for everybody. I do want to pull an oracle card. So let me know if this is resonating for you. And sometimes, like, we forget that somebody told us we can't do something, but it's like our mind just takes over that thought of, no, I can't do that, but we don't know why we think that way. So it could be that you're wondering, why am I thinking this way? Well, this might be the key. You might remember that somebody told you one thing or another at some point in your life and you believe them. It kind of feels like this is something that might have been blocked out for you. I am raising my vibration. You're raising your vibration. And so now, like, your soul is expanding. It's breaking free from this. and you're having to recognize something here. Intentional transformation. All right. You're going through transformation. It's this Pluto energy. Tell me what house you have Aquarius in. Could be you have Aquarius in the 9th house too. I mean, this could be like an even more specific message for someone with Aquarius in the 9th house, because that's a house of religion and philosophy. I'm seeing a lot of like religious connotation here. It could even be that you were forced to marry someone, or like not forced, but strong-armed into marrying someone, and that relationship has ended. You're free from something now. You're free to do what you want. That could be for someone. Manifest. All right, manifest what you want, and don't let anybody tell you what you can or can't do. All right, you all have a good one.